How's everyone doing today? I hope great. I hope the week's been great. I hope you're smiling, and if you're not, let's see what we can do about that. You know, if you're not feeling like a king or a queen, let's see what we could do about that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what you could do about that. You know, look at your approach. See if you can approach life differently. You know, see what kind of toxic behavior that you're dealing with or you're enduring. What kind of toxic people you have in your life. Bad habits you need a break. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes we around things and we doing things that, you know, we shouldn't be around or doing. And we don't see it. We're so blind. You know, we around people we shouldn't be around. Hey, they might be your friends, but hey, you know, at times you outgrow your friends because you're in a different time in your life. You're in a different place where you don't need a lot of the things that they're bringing around. With that said, welcome to Royal Word Podcast, mobile edition. How we doing? What's going on? I'm back at it again. I'm in my zone, and I want to say this is part 2 of my last episode when I talk about my experience with separation and the things that I went through and how I went about it to get better in life, to get where I'm at in a sense of happiness and clear mind and conscious, and just moving forward with a lot of things that I can say that I didn't move forward with in life back then, that I struggled with, and so forth and so on. The last episode I talked about anger and sharing my child. I was very angry. I was always mad. I made emotional decisions. I did things that I shouldn't have done. Drinking heavily, drinking and driving, which no one should ever do. It's selfish. It's not fair for the people that could get hurt or do get hurt. For the people that pass away. You know, I was always ready to pop off. I was always in the mindset of no good, and it put me in a dark place. Surrounded me around dark people, and you know, and I talked about how little by little I got over it. On this episode, I want to talk about the other things, you know, that I worked on. Like I said, I would, the many paths that I take. The very next thing I needed to work on, which is, I before I get there, I just want to say, as people, not only as men or women, as people, we're prideful, and we, you know, and when that pride gets broken, and all the love that we gave gets thrown in our face, and the loyalty gets broken. You know, we react, we go through our emotions. For me, besides the anger, shame was a real big thing, because, you know, I'm out here berating this woman as, and when I say woman, as my son's mom. You know, I was out here berating this woman. We're talking about, you know, I chose to marry her and all this stuff, and you know, when you find out on the line, you know, the relationship is no longer working, and you know, for a while, you know, she already made up her mind, and you know, the cheating begins, and so forth and so on. A lot of shame, because while the decision has been made by another person, me, I'm here like with the pictures and stuff, and you know, on social media, and messes with you, that type of thing, messes with you. which is very shameful. But it was directed more to me. Like I didn't love me. I was also mad at me. I didn't love myself. It made me rethink. It made me just, I don't know, be angry at myself. It's like, how did I not see this coming? What did I not do enough? Was I not doing enough? You start rethinking of who you are as a person in a relationship. You don't even think about yourself in the sense of like the person that you become. You just think about, you think about what haven't you done, or what you've done, and how and how that wasn't enough. Like, what else did I have to do? And then and that's, like I said, that's what the anger creeps in, and you want to know, like why wasn't there any conversation? Why didn't we sit down and talk? That's why I tell you, there's many paths that you take, but it all leads to one. Because even though I dealt with anger, at the same time, I got to go ahead and I got to work on shame and work on learning how to be alone, work how to love myself, and work on having to get to know myself all over again. That is the toughest thing to do. When in your mind you think you're in a great relationship, you have a family, and then that person just completely snatches that away from you. Just takes that shit away, takes that happiness away from you, destroys the pride, leaves you with shame. It leaves you with questions that has no answers in sight. When you question yourself and question many things, and what was the point? Like, there was just so much, and I never really got to those things right away because I didn't know how to be with myself. I wanted to be surrounded by so many people. I wanted to sit here and talk to as many females as I can, and chill with the so-called homies all the time, and wanted to drink and smoke, and I just wanted to be around things. I wanted to be around people. I didn't want to be alone because I didn't know how to face me. I didn't know how to look in the mirror and say what's up to myself, say what's good, what's next. I was lost, but at the same time I hated me. I didn't love me. Should I even know me? And the same thing that helped me with my anger and in the sense of video gaming and anime is the same things that helped me here, but the steps to that part wasn't as easy. I said in episode 1 that getting doing the things I loved helped with the drinking and all that other stuff, right? See, but while dealing with that part, I had to deal with what I'm talking to now. Like I said, it's it all leads, it all connects. Like I said, it all starts off as one path. Different parts, different emotions, different actions, different everything, but it connects. It connects quickly. So while I'm angry and learning how to share my son, I'm also learning how to love myself, learning how to get to know myself, get to be alone with myself. You know what I mean? Get to deal with the shame. When someone tells you what happened and you don't want to say, she cheated on me and left. Like as a man, almost it feels shameful. But I wouldn't know how. And for a woman, it probably feels the same way. Like you give your soul and you give your body, and you put so much into it. Probably was hidden. Probably was very defensive, and then you finally open up and it's like bam. All that, everything that you feared actually happened. See, but to me, I wasn't even fearing nothing, and things happened. Never thought of she would cheat. Never thought of we'll break up, because I've always saw it as if anything was wrong, we could talk, right? We're adults, whatever the case. We got a child, we got parents, we're married, like why not have that why not have those conversations when it's needed? When things ain't looking so good, hey yo, this is it's how I feel, whatever the case is. That's what we're supposed to do in relationships. Relationships, it's two people, worlds uniting. It's two people's flaws coming together. It's two people's imperfections coming together. It's just not the good stuff that comes. Everything comes. The bad, the good, the ugly, the beautiful, everything. This whole world when two people unite. So if we know all that comes together, that means there's not gonna be, it's not always gonna be fucking, once again, sorry with my language, when I get this, I get passionate, I ain't gonna lie. It's not always gonna be, sunlight and roses and all that. Sometimes, you walk that path of hardship. That's what relationships are, that's what marriage is. And you work your way through it. You will get through it. If you're strong enough to get through it. So yeah, it's a collection of things. So what I wanted to focus with this one is getting to know yourself again. They're getting to learn how to love yourself. And it's just getting over the shame about what happened. It's life, you gotta move forward. Now I know that's so cliche, it's life, you gotta move forward. But that's the truth. Because at the end of the day, nobody else is stopping. That person you was with is not stopping their life. They doing them. She was doing her. So I had to learn what was gonna be the thing that, what were gonna be the things that is equivalent to, hey, that's me doing me. So as I'm in the process of learning how to deal with this anger and deal with that me co-parenting and everything, I'm not happy with myself. A lot of things are starting to get to me. Work is getting to me. Work is part of all this. In a sense, it's part of life. You gotta keep working. Not happy with the job. My quote-unquote so-called friends at the time, down the road, I started to get to me. I started seeing things. As time moved on, I didn't love everything I was becoming and the person that I was becoming. I ain't love being the guy that was down, that was hurt, that was emotional, that was broken. I ain't love being the guy that didn't know how to talk about what happened. I ain't like that shameful feeling. The biggest thing I ain't know who I was. I changed so much to me to fit someone else's needs that's no longer around that I forgot who I was. So once again, I changed my environment, right? I changed the people around me. I got back to the people who know me, who let me know what's up, let me know I'm slipping, let me know what's good. I got back to the brothers. I got back to my bros, Alvin, Mark, Ralph. of us talking all the time and texting and laughing and goofing. Those, and I got back with them in all different times, and throughout the separation and all this other stuff, I got back, but yeah, I got around the homies when I needed to. Mikkel, my boy Rich, my homie Rick out in Orlando, when I was out there, always looked out. I just got around and stuck around a certain amount of people that tell me, yo, you tripping. Let me know that, hey, this way, I ain't need to think like that. Let me know that, hey, yo, it's okay. Things are gonna pop off. Let it be professionally, personally, whatever the case is. There's gonna be healing somewhere, somehow in this life, in this bubble. So one of the main things that I got back into first, before anything, was writing. I haven't sat down and wrote down in a long time. I'm not talking about raps or none of that. A lot of poems, but just writing. Basically a journal, you want to call it. Just writing down my emotions. I was writing down my experience. Just writing down thoughts. I was writing down ideas. I just wrote. With that came the integration of back on the video games. Not just to play, because I was playing, but I was playing just like a thing where I was just numb. I was just playing just a game just to play it. I was actually loving what I was playing. I was loving the experience. I was loving the stories. To me, The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, it was all JRPGs a lot. Cold Steel. Well, we're talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like a lot of JRPG games, and they themselves are like big grand stories of their own. Then I jumped into the animes. Back at it from One Piece, My Heroes, Demon Slayer, Overlord. Just so much. A lot of my sports animes. Ace of Diamonds. There was some others, but just so much at the time. And then music itself. Just listening to music, not just hip hop or rap, but lounge music, freestyle, alternative rock. Like I got, those little things made, getting back into those things helped me also start getting to get back into me, getting to know me. I started figuring out who this guy was again. I started figuring out, like, damn, I remember you. I was like, you do the thing, you look at yourself, hey, I remember this sly, slick look. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was doing. But when I say these things, I'm not telling you from 1 week it was this to 1 week it was that. No, this is years of work. Same with my anger and the co-parenting. This is years of work, man. This is years of struggling with myself. This is years of struggling of how to be happy again, of figuring out who I was again, of not being shameful again. This was years of just trying to learn how to love myself. That's the reason why I tell you at the end, somehow at the end we all meet. And you can say everything's happening all in one row, but sometimes not like that. Sometimes it's just detours. There be days where I wasn't angry, but I was just, just shameful about shit. There be days where I was great co-parenting, and there be other days where I was just, I'm mad that I'm co-parenting. I'm dealing with this shit because motherfucker, sorry, the dude she on cheated and let me for, he was in the picture. Now I wanted to knock his head from one place to the next over and over again, which, you know, that's a whole different thing to get into. But you know, all this took time. All this took time, and throughout this time, I've lost friends. I've moved out from where I was from. I've you know, experienced loss of material things, spiritual things, like, you know, but there's a happy ending, because there is like an ending and then a very great continuation to all this, but there's an ending to all this bad stuff. I'm not saying there isn't. That's the reason why I'm talking about it. But yeah, all this took time. It took time to learn who I was. But I try to rush it, just like how it sounds here right now. I'm talking, it sounds like it was right away. No, it wasn't. But I try to rush it. You know, I try to lie to myself. I try to make it seem like this girl I slept with is like, oh yeah, I'm good, I'm back, I'm straight, I'm chilling. But that was just a lie. Like you know, it's not. I'm back, I'm good, I'm chilling. Because having that act with that shorty don't mean nothing about what I'm dealing with myself personally. You know, we're talking about healing. Healing is time. Hey, for some people, time probably is right away. For some people, it could probably bounce back instantly. Boom, microwavable. Who knows? But me? Nah, I struggle. It took time. It took time. And I think one of the biggest things which I want to add to this was admitting, which is going to be part of everything. It's going to be part of everything. It's admitting. Admitting to yourself, being real to yourself, that you're down, you're hurt, you're broken, you're mad, you're confused, you lost. Like, it's okay. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay to feel all that. It's okay. But what's not okay is to let that allow to control your life. That's the part that's not okay. You let these things control your life, you live your life the worst way possible. But admit and start the change. And the change doesn't have to be big. The first step doesn't need to be, you know, doesn't need to be this grand, enormous step. It could be that just one simple step, like going down the stairs. It could be a small step. Admitting might seem small, but it's big. But let it be the first step, that one step that helps you go forward. Admit. So yeah. So little by little changing the people and all this. And mind you, throughout all this, from what I'm going through, I went from living in my mom's to moving to Orlando, and you know, it's all that, going, all those movements, everything, and moving back to West Palm. But moving back to West Palm was the beginning of the greatness. You see, Orlando was the end of whatever Felix was dealing with, of whatever, everything that I dealt with, just everything that I experienced ended right there in Orlando. Orlando did not come back home with me. The experience of Orlando did, but Orlando, everything from Orlando and back to the past did not come back when I came back. I came back brand new. I came back as a different person. But it took, like I said, it took about 6 years. 6 to 7 years of this shit. 6 to 7 years of angry, of confusion, of loss. But it's about admitting. get to admit. When you admit to yourself, yo, this is what it is. Boom, take that step. You know, whatever the step is, yo, these people's bad for me. Yo, let me move. Because I don't care what anybody says. If you got people around you that encourage toxic, horrible, disgusting, bad behavior, they ain't good for you. They're not holding you accountable to what you're doing. They're not good for you. So to admit to all the things around you that's bad for what you're doing, to everything that's taking you out of your element. And then you start changing those things little by little. So I said, I admitted to my anger. I admitted to struggling with co-parenting. I'm admitting to you that I was ashamed that I couldn't even speak about what happened because I didn't want to say that I got cheated on. I didn't want to say none of that. I'm admitting to you that I had to relearn. I had to get to know myself. Then if I could love myself, because I learned that I can't love someone else again if I can't even love myself. If I don't know how to be happy with me, in love with me, how am I able to be happy with someone else? I should be always to be able to satisfy myself. I should be satisfied with life. I should be happy with who I am, with who I'm becoming, the journey I'm taking. I should love me. It's not for the next person's job to battle and fight through the scars and through the ugly and all the other BS just to make you realize, yo, I'm the one. No, I should be healed. I should love me. All that brokenness is gone. And admitting was that step. Now I'm saying all this because I know episode 1, it was like I moved pretty quick. So I wanna unite each one. That's the reason why I say yes. There's days where I dealt with anger. There's days that I dealt with having to share my child, how that pissed me off. There's days where I just couldn't even talk. When people just talk to me about things I could have just even talked to them about, the relationship problems. There's days where I didn't even want to go outside. I didn't want to be with no one. But I forced myself because I didn't want to be alone, just because I didn't want to deal with it. So I used to palm myself on other people. And as I changed my environment, by changing the people around me, by changing what I do, where I go out, little things changed. The anger went down. Being able to co-parent became easier. Then the writing came along. And reading what I wrote helped with getting to know me and getting to love me. And getting to be able just to be me. Not what I thought I should be. Not what I thought what that person wanted me to be, but getting to be me. Like, that was big. And I think once I got there, once I got to the loving of myself and everything else, that's when I started seeing the happiness become. Because I started seeing now what I wanted. And if you remember that I mentioned last time, like, talked about how when I was in Orlando and I thought about wanting to, thinking that I could just, try to make this happen with the mother of my child. we got into this big old argument and blah, blah, blah. And then that's how I knew that I shouldn't even bother with that. I think that like I said, that argument opened, like, that argument just solidified everything that came. You know, everything that I thought about, everything that I went through. It was like the topping of the cake. It was just perfect because it was one of those things that made me realize, hold up, I'm at the end of this road, right? And I figured out who I am. I'm loving who I am. I'm happy. I'm no longer angry. I'm happy. Okay? I'm understanding, and I already know sharing my son is going to be what they're going to be for the rest of my life. And I want you to learn how to be a man about situations that come along with this. And then when that argument happened and I realized how for a quick 5 minutes, almost everything that I just finally just expressed and came to, like, yeah, I'm feeling good, it felt like it was just taken away. So that's when I realized, yo, I can't be with this person anymore. COVID hit, losing a job, having to move back to West Palm, but when I moved back to West Palm, I moved back. With everything I learned, with everything I've been through, with the great feeling, and told myself, this is where I start you, and I do it right, and I go about it right. And I'm never gonna go past that, right? Not now. I'm always gonna keep talking about leading up to that point right there, coming back home, being at home, leaving to Orlando, coming back home, and then at the end of it all, at the end of all the things, this is where I'm at. So I talked about anger. I know I'll probably be rambling a lot, but please deal with me, because when I do the last episode, it all comes together. Talk about anger. Just angry, period. Right? Because of what I went through. And probably I'm angry because I'm ashamed, right? And I didn't notice until when I finally sat down. But at first it was angry and it was shame. I didn't put those two together. But they were probably hand in hand. I was angry because I had to share my son. So there go another thing that goes with anger, right? But once again, to me, I'm not like I had to deal with it separately. So let's put all that together. I'm angry. Angry about the situation. Angry about sharing my son. Angry because I'm ashamed. But then I'm sad. I'm hurt. I'm broken. I'm depressed because of the situation. I'm sad. I'm broken. I'm depressed because I don't know who I am. I don't recognize me. I don't know me. I don't know what I love, what I used to do. Like, a lot of things just felt off, felt different. And I understand this feeling of confusion. And it hurt me and it bothered me. I ain't love me. And being angry, being sad, being broke is of all this. I was drinking. I was smoking. And the only time I felt peace from all this was being with my son. And those are the only times I was sober, was being with my son. I top him off and then everything goes back at me again. So I just recapped everything. I'm putting all these things together now for, right? Now there's a couple things left. What those things, I'll talk about next time. I think I've talked enough. I think I've said enough. And when I talk about those things next time, I'll end it correctly. And then show you where it led to me, where I'm at now. And how it built me. But let's leave it off with, one more time, let's leave it off with me connecting with me starting off separating everything. My anger, the sharing of my child, being ashamed. I'm angry with the situation. I'm angry, I'm sharing my child. I'm angry, I'm ashamed. All those different parts now become one. I'm broken, I'm lost, I'm confused because I don't know who I am and I don't love myself. And I have to figure myself out again. And that bothered me and it broke me and that kept me sad. So that's all one thing. Now, admitting all this was the first step to healing with all that, was admitting. And you can admit by many ways. You can admit by talking to someone. You can admit by writing. You can admit by praying, okay? But admitting, screaming it out loud to yourself, but admitting is the first step. And then what's next is up to you. For me, after admitting out loud, after admitting through praying, I admitted through writing, and then I sat down and I picked the things that I needed to work on. And when I realized some things went together, like how I put them now, things started to change. As I got towards the end of these 5-6 years of craziness. But I'll leave it here. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. And I appreciate this house. And please leave a comment. Just tell me how I'm doing. Just tell me, just tell me, there's better ways for me to express myself. Just, better ways not to split stories up. Because I know I ramble. And that's my fault. I go on this crazy just talking. But this is how I feel is how I go about it. But please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It will alert you that I dropped another video. Sharing helps because this might help people that definitely need to listen to this. I didn't have a guidance, hoping this could guide a little bit. But at the end of the day, there's professional help that I will always say go to first. Always. Because they know what they're doing. And that could be from a therapist to you going to church and talking to a pastor. For you getting into a group with people that feel just like you and are trying to uplift themselves. But just remember, get around good people and talk to good people. Because they can help you. Professional people, they can help you. I'm just a stepping stone to healing, to you going to someone and something better. So once again, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like always, my kings and queens, it was a blessing to be able to do this, no matter how many people it reaches. Peace.